This is Christy Whitman with the Quantum Success Show, where you can get your information and inspiration to create your desires. And as you can see, I have a friend with me today. This is an amazing man, Dean Graziosi. He is a multiple New York Times bestselling author, entrepreneur, and investor. He started a major role in over 14 successful companies that have changed lives all around the world, including the new mastermind.com platform. His mission for over the last 20 years has been to deliver self-education to those seeking transformation, fulfillment, and success outside the traditional education path. And that's why I'm super excited to have him with us, because his most impactful project to date has included being one of the partners to the one and only Tony Robbins. And in this latest project that he has going on that he's co-created with Tony, his passion project has turned into a movement that has impacted over 38,000 people in over 150 countries. And so many different niches, over 4,000 different niches. So for those of you that feel compelled, I know all of you are here because you feel called to do something more, but you don't want to write a book or to create a course. Dean and I are going to talk about that today. So Dean, super excited to have you here.
Oh, good to be here, Christy. And hey, everybody, thanks for watching or listening. How's it going today? Let's do this.
I love it. So I got to say that, 20 years ago, the first coach I knew of was obviously Tony Robbins. And I think a lot of people come into this space with Tony Robbins. And I remember when I wrote my first book and started speaking on it, people were asking me to coach. And I was like, well, that's something Tony does. That's not something I can do. And I think that's a barrier for most people's minds when they look at someone like either yourself or Tony and go, or myself that have been doing it a long time and go, well, that's something you guys do. That's not something I can do. And so I'd love for you to talk about that, because you and Tony have created literally how people a program and a challenge, which I'm excited to invite everybody to do. By the way, go below the video and you click the link below and you'll find out all the information you need to, but really a challenge so that they can get their message out there without having to write a book or do an online course.
Yeah. So here's a great way to look at it. And I love what you've done, Christy. And I think you said you've coached and helped people 3,000 people become coaches. Is that the number? Amazing. And just think how much goodwill you put out to the world to be the coach of the coaches, right? How incredible is that? So congratulations. And thanks for everybody listening. But I want you to think about this. There's a term that I don't remember this term 5 years ago, but imposter syndrome. I know I've always been scared. I didn't think I was good enough, but I never labeled it that word. And that's kind of the buzzword now. And it makes sense, right? We feel like imposters. And if you think, yeah, Tony's the coach or Christy's the coach or Dean's the coach or other people, but aren't we all coaches? I mean, think about this. I love thinking through this lens. If you had the chance, as you're watching or listening right now, if you had the chance to go back and spend 4 hours with your 20-year-old self, and you had a whole week to prepare. I want you to think about that. If you had a week to prepare and you knew you were going to spend 4 hours with your 20-year-old self, what would you coach your 20-year-old self on? Right? What would you write down? Oh my God, at 20, I thought that I needed to get married right away before I found myself. And that was, let me coach on relationships. I want to tell my 20-year-old self that you're empowered. You're a strong woman. You got this. Yes, you want love in your life, but first find you. Or maybe you have opposite skills. I don't know. Or opposite beliefs. Or what if you want to coach yourself on being in business? Like, oh my God, don't put off your dreams and goals for everybody else's and wait too long before you go off. So these are the 7 things you need to know to start your business. Let me coach you. As you're sitting here listening to me right now, do you feel qualified that you could pick at least one topic and coach your 20-year-old self very successfully? I know the answer is absolutely yes. And then the second answer is, how much would that be worth to you? If you could go coach your 20-year-old self for 4 hours, what would that be worth? Priceless? Millions? That's the thing that comes to everybody's mind, because I've done it in front of 20,000 people. It's always priceless or millions. Well, I just want to share with you, you might not be able to go back and see your 20-year-old self, but there are people all around the world right this very moment starting off on something brand new that you have experience in, and your coaching could be just as powerful for them in that one niche area as it would be for your 20-year-old self. When you look through that lens of knowing that you are one chapter ahead, you are 1 year ahead, you are 5 years ahead, or you went through the mess and you're on the other side, you found a framework to fix it. if you're on the other side of that and someone's starting it, you're actually doing a disservice to them by not coaching them. And I think that really helps us look through a different lens.
It really does, because, we feel like we have to be perfect or have it all together. And, I had a moment this morning, like I'm in the process of launching a book, and I found out that Oprah is going to be launching a book the same week. And part of me went, oh crap. It's like, how can I get off the list with, I can't get hit number one when Oprah's writing list, right? So my human stuff came up, and I had to just work the tools that I know and I've done over the years, and process the energy of the fear, the doubt, or whatever I was
Yeah.
getting stuck with, so that I could then come back into a wait, my success is my success. And it's like, how many people would love to know how I did that? And so that's what I share. That's all I feel like I've done for the last 20 years, is I've shared what I have done to get from point A to point B, to have those human moments like I even had this morning, to get myself back in a space of alignment. And all of us have different processes that we go to, whether it's meditation or things that where we were at point A and now we're at point B. And wow, like you're saying, Dean, it's like, can you imagine if someone, when you were in that situation, could have said, hey, you know what, this is what you need to do, so that the learning curve gets shorter, so you don't have to suffer
Of
as
course. I
long.
mean, that's all we do is when you hire a coach or you buy a course or you go into a mastermind or you go to a workshop, all you're really doing, let's just simplify it. You're cutting a check to go faster or to avoid complexity. That's really what we do. It's like you're on one side of the ravine and your goals and desires are on the other side. And you could try to hike down the mountain, hike back up, get bloody, fall down, or you could buy a bridge from somebody and get there quicker. That's really what we do. And I think sometimes when we think of coach, we think of like specific genres or specific niches. And because, I mean, Tony and I have been in this for 60 years combined between the two of us, but because we've been helping people for a couple of years and have tens of thousands of people following this model and 4,700 different niches, what people are realizing is that sometimes coaching is you're coaching people on the mess that you've already gone through.
Yeah.
And I want to share something with you. There was just a girl that I know because I ended up talking to her student. We were on a Zoom call the other day and I randomly picked her and I wanted to hear her story. And she wanted to learn the capabilities to do workshops and courses. And she had been in business and she thought she was going to teach business. But when she got going through it, she's like, that's just not my heart. And what she realized was, and her name was Cyrene. What she realized was that she went through menopause, she said. And it was a disaster for her. She said she had night sweats. She gained weight. She thought her husband didn't like her anymore. She was going crazy, she said. And she said she researched every way possible to eat differently, to think differently, to exercise differently. And she said she got it under control in a really quick amount of time. And she's like, I never would have thought in a million years. I thought people would want to go to a doctor or here or there. She's like, but now she coaches through her. It's a Zoom. It's more of a one-to-many, right? Through our mastermind platform or through Zoom. It's coaching, but you're exponentially doing it when you're maybe coaching 4, 5, 6 girls at once or 10. But now all she does and is completely fired up is helping women get through menopause in a more elegant way, right? I would have no idea what that means as a man. But she's not looking to sell to me. She's not looking to sell to 25-year-old girls or 70-year-old women. She's looking to find her specific niche of women going through menopause that would like a healthier way to get through it stronger and faster. It's a tiny niche, but still potentially millions of people. And when she lives in that niche, she coaches like she's on fire. Now, if she had to say, this is my medical degree or all those things, that would make her feel overwhelmed, but that's not where the world is. The world doesn't want to learn from the professionals anymore, the professional teachers. They want to learn from the person that actually went through it and came out great on the other side. Why do people want to learn to be a coach from you? Because you're a successful coach who teaches coaches how to be great coaches, right? So anyway, it's an amazing time to be alive that we can unpackage an asset called our experience, help people go faster, and actually monetize it.
So, Dean, I just love that. And it's so, you make it sound so easy, and it's so true. It's like people get so caught up in like, who would I coach and what would I do? It's like, what are you passionate about? What was your mess that you went through that you can turn around? And I love that image, build the bridge, so that they don't have to get scraped up and,
Yeah.
have all that time and sweat and energy and all that kind of stuff too. So you and Tony created this challenge. And I would love
Yeah.
for, and like I said, the link is underneath the video. So I'd love for you to share what this challenge is. And so that, people can take advantage.
Yeah. So Tony and I did a challenge in January on mindset because the world has shifted. We want to give people a new frame of mind. And it was so amazing. It was 5 days, 835,000 people attended. I mean, crazy.
Pause. That is,
Yeah.
talk about impact. So
No.
amazing. Go ahead.
And we're at a place where that couldn't happen in any other time because Tony's on the road and we're doing a million things, but this is a time to serve. So we did that on shifting a mindset in a shifting world. Now on May 11th, so put this in your calendar, we're doing one on shifting your economics to take control of your economic future, to build your own economy in this world. If you're a coach or want to help people, you want to serve, you want to impact other people's lives while simultaneously creating or jumping into an industry that's exponentially growing, the information industry, the knowledge industry, the self-education industry, whatever you want to call it, the coaching industry, the upskill industry. It's got a million names, but really people who are willing to share their experience, their goals, help people go faster and get paid to do it. That's the information knowledge industry, right? So we decided on May 11th to pull back the curtain and do 5 days, once again, free. Not only Tony and myself, we invited some of the most amazing people in this world that didn't start there, but you'll recognize every single one of them. When you go to the link below, you click, you won't believe who's coming. And over 5 days, we're going to show you how to confidently shift your beliefs, how to tap in and know exactly what to sell. Now, just so you know, over these 5 days, it's going to be 2.5 hours a day. This is real education. 5 full days. This could never happen in any other time in history. And day 1, we're going to shift your beliefs. Who better than Tony? Day 2, we're going to dig into exactly what you should be teaching people through a process that I've been doing for a decade. It'll blow your mind. Day 3, we're going to show you how to turn sales into service, to elegantly love to offer what it is that you're going to be sharing. Day 4, we're going to dig into how to teach it with confidence through a story teach tool model that we've been doing forever. Day 5, we're going to bring it all together. It is going to be absolutely magical. If you're in the coaching business, you're considering being in this industry, or you're just ready to pivot. The curtain, the carpet got pulled out from everybody during COVID. And if you're ready to say, I want to take another level of ownership, listen, the name of the challenge is the Own Your Future Challenge. If you want to own your future, if you don't want someone else to own your future, then this is something you should absolutely do. If the link is below, I'm going to encourage you to do 3 things. 1, click the link below, go check out all the amazing people who are going to be there and reserve your spot. Then take that link, number 2, and share it with all your friends. Because at the end of the day, they'll be mad that you went and they didn't, because there's no replay. Once this is over, it's gone. So they're going to have to be there live. So share it with a friend. And also, we do better with accountability partners. We all do. You go to the gym with a partner, you work out harder. So get an accountability partner, send them the link below. And then 3rd, in any other time in history, you could pay $10,000 for an event like this. And that's not hyperbole. That's reality. Wait till you see who else is coming. So sometimes we discredit things that are free. It's like, oh, that free challenge. No, go check out the people, check out the agenda. And then here's what I tell you to do. Pretend that you're paying $10,000 for this. Put it in your psyche, because then you'll show up with pen in hand, with your journal in hand. You'll take the notes, and then you'll take the action needed to make the shifts that you want, or else you wouldn't be here. So we're really excited. It's May 11th. It's probably a once in a lifetime gig. I mean, everybody says once in a lifetime. This truly is once in a lifetime. So we're excited. And Christy, thank you. This is I appreciate your support, but I can't wait to really rock it for your audience.
Oh, I know you guys will. You always do. And of course, Tony he's just the master. He's just amazing. And you're amazing at what you do. And the people that you do, go check out the link. Some of you know these people because I've had them on the show before. And some of them are personal friends of mine, and you'll love them. They're the best at what they do in the industry. And so I appreciate how you have the cream of the crop teaching this stuff. And if any part of what Dean was talking about, you're like, oh, sales, you need to get there. If you have
exactly.
any resistance, if you're a coach and you're like, sales, you need to be there, just even for that portion of it, if not all of it. So anytime you have resistance, instead of going away from it, lean into it, because that's it's going to get you over that resistance, which you need to do this process anyway. You need to learn all the different parts. So I really encourage you, go there to the link, sign up. Like Dean said, this is a huge gift that is unprecedented in these unprecedented times. So be able to grab that gift. So Dean, any last words before we wrap up?
Yeah, I just think, first off, if you're here and you're part of Christy's tribe, you're someone that realizes that no one is coming to save us. Like it's on us. And it's actually so, I don't know, it's so, invigorating. It's so just like it releases the pressure of life when you know it's on me. If you succeed, it's on me. And if I fail, it's on me. No one's coming to pay off my bills or wave a magic wand. And I think, secondly, taking that a step further, I really believe this is a time in history that the world needs role models. And we all can be role models when we step into uncomfortable action, imperfect action, courageous action, moving forward to your best self. I think our family deserves it. I think that's how we get the world back on track too. So I hope you'll join us on May 11th, but either way, don't give up on you. Don't let the narrative out there stop you from reaching your full potential. Go for it. And I appreciate what you're doing for the world, Christy, and I appreciate everybody else for watching.
Thank you so much, Dean. So everybody, please go below the video, sign up for the challenge. I will definitely be there. I'll be doing it with everybody because I am always first a student. You know, I don't know it
Same
all. I'm
here.
always learning. And that's how you continue to grow. That's how, like what Dean's talking about, don't be a victim, take personal responsibility in every aspect of your life because you create your own reality. So leave us a comment, let us know what you're taking away, but please go take the challenge, everyone. And Dean, thank you so much for what you do in the world. Appreciate the fact that you and Tony are so generous at heart and giving this information away when you easily could be charging a lot for it. So thank you. And thank you.
Thanks, Christy, and see everybody May 11th.
Bye. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you thought. Leave me a comment below and be sure to share and tag your friends. And be sure to check out my other videos here and on this site.